Hi guys, my name is Vasundhara and I'm a final year student of Georgia National University, SEU. So as we know that recently NEET happened, and because of that a lot of students have been texting me on my Instagram handle and asking me questions regarding which university to go to, which is good, and a lot of questions. So I thought, why not make a video and answer all the questions. So whatever I'm gonna tell today in the video is gonna be essentially what I think is important and necessary, and it's solely my experience. So of course you can add and subtract things according to your wish and will. Students have been asking me if going abroad is worth it or not. So that's a really difficult question to answer sometimes, because not just them but even I, when I was going, even I thought, like, is it worth it, staying away from your family for 6 years, a new country, new language, new food, everything is new, you won't have your friends over there, so is it even worth it going that far, and staying there just for a degree? So yeah, it is worth it. You won't get that much of exposure in India. You won't get, the independence you get in abroad, that you won't get that in India for sure. Of course, when you're in India you have your parents around you, so they tell you sometimes what is right, what is wrong, and end of the day they're the one who's taking care of you in terms of money, food and everything. But when you go out, when you go abroad, like kilometers away from them, over there you handle the money by yourself, you make friends by yourself. Sometimes you're lucky in friendships and they'll stay for like 6 years with you, sometimes you're not. So first year you go and you make like 10 friends, and by the end of the 6th year you just have 1 or 2 left. So you get those experiences as well. You get all sort of eye-opening situations and things, and I think it is worth going abroad and staying there. Second question people usually ask me is what books to carry. So I'm gonna be really honest with you guys. The first year when I went, so actually I'm a transfer student. I was in Ukraine till 4 years before the war happened between Russia and Ukraine, as all of you must know. And then I came to Georgia. So while I was in Ukraine, the first year I didn't take any books, none. I just took some registers and some stationery and all, and that's it. No other books or anything like that, because I felt that it's a new country. The study pattern, I didn't know how it's gonna be. Okay, I had a few seniors in the country, but still it's different, because it's their experience is different and mine will be different, of course. So I didn't take any books. I just took the essentials, as I just told you. I didn't take any books because I simply thought that I'll just go there, see what sources they teach us through. If they provide us the sources, what if I get some good content over there? I won't need any books from India, like I won't need books for anatomy, biochemistry, physiology and all those stuff. So I didn't take any books, but I knew some of my friends who later on became my friends that they bought like those 4-5 volumes of BT Chaurasya and all that. And to be really honest, वो रूम के एक शेल्फ में कोने में पड़े थे और उन पे धूल जम गई थी after a few months, because I mean, let's be honest, when you go to a new country, some people do study like first year mein, but the first year is to explore the place, explore the country, go out, see what's there, go to the university, roam here and there, interact with people, learn the language, food and everything. So especially initially few months you don't study. I mean, you of course you go to the university, but even they teach you the basics, like what you were taught in 11th and 12th, the basic physics, the basic chemistry, the basic biology, the same things. So the first year I personally feel that it's better if you don't take any books, and you just mentally you're prepared. Okay, like I'll go there, I'll see what sources they're providing me, what books they're providing me, presentations, PDFs and everything, and then accordingly, if you are content with what they're providing you, good. If you're not, then of course you can go back and get books, whichever subjects you want to bring. Third question I think is important and strange, nobody's asked me yet, but I think somewhere people have answers to that, but if you don't, then I'm here. So I think people might be confused between an iPad or a laptop. So First year, as I told you, no books, only registers and stationery. I didn't even have an iPad because, as I told you, I was, going to see what is there, how is it, and everything. But the vacations I went home, I got myself an iPad, and I used that. I still have that iPad with me. So what I'm trying to tell you is that why I got an iPad is because I personally felt that it's small. I can carry it anywhere. It's not that heavy. I don't need a bag specially for it to carry. So it's a small iPad. I can carry it wherever I want to. The accessories, the charge or the pencil or whatever, the cover, everything, it's just small, so I can carry it wherever I want to. But on the other hand, if it's a laptop, it's big. The charging cord and the charger, it's pretty huge, and you have to carry it in a bag, then it's very heavy, and etc etc etc. I'm not saying that I'm against a laptop, but I'm not saying that I'm in favor of laptop either. I'm also trying to tell you is that if you have a laptop, you don't need to buy an iPad. You don't need to buy one. If you have a laptop which is good and you're happy with it, you don't need to buy an iPad. But if you don't have a laptop or an iPad, and if you have the budget, of course, because that is important, then you can take an iPad. Because as I just mentioned, that it's lightweight, you can carry it easily, and you can write if you don't want to write on books and stationery, because some people don't prefer to write on it. Some people prefer to write on an iPad or something like that. So it's convenient that way. But if you have a laptop, don't buy an iPad. Don't. It's not necessary. It's not at all necessary. End of the day, you have to have some sort of electronic, because after first 2 years you'll eventually get an online platform like Marrow, Prep, or Cerebellum, or Dr. Durrell's Arise, or you have a number of options. So you'll eventually get on those platforms as well, and you might need some other electronics apart from your mobile phones. So it's better to choose either a laptop or an iPad. Also, a really important question I forgot to mention, which is the most important question, like the most important question. You must be wondering, what is it? I'll tell you. It's FMG. Yes, you're right, the FMG exam, the Foreign Medical Graduate Exam. So students who who just cleared the NEET and are planning to go abroad are so scared of it, are legit texting me, asking me, is it hard, like can we give it, will we be able to pass it? And my seniors told me that it's really hard, we can't clear it at once. And then NMC is all bringing on new notices every month or so regarding FMG exam and everything. So I'll tell you, I haven't written the FMG exam yet. I'm gonna write it in December. I can tell you this with full confidence, that if you study, if your preparation is up to mark, and like everything is good, every subject is tick, all the 19 subjects, then even God can't stop you from clearing the exam. It's simple. If you study for an exam, you'll be able to clear it. And if you don't study for exam, then even if you get the paper, you won't be able to clear it. I get it that 19 subjects hai, and kaise hoga. But if you start from the very beginning, which is like first year, and even if you don't want to, like second year, first or second year, even if you start from then you have 4 or 5 years for your 19 subjects to finish. And see, I've heard from a lot of teachers, a lot of mentors who've come to Georgia to teach us, and they always say, they have been saying it from the past few months now, that FMG's pattern has changed. It's more of clinical than it was like before. Now you don't have 150 questions for 1.5 hours. You have 50 questions and 50 minutes, or 60 questions and 50 minutes. It's just like that. So you have to be like really quick when it comes to solving questions, and you need to have your basics clear and everything. So you need to be prepared with all your 19 subjects. You cannot miss not even a single subject you can miss. You need to be done with each and every subject that's been taught in your all 6 years. And of course, you have online platforms as your help and your sources. You have Marrow, you have Prep Ladder, you have Cerebellum, you have doctor tutorials, and a lot of them. So of course you can, reach out to these platforms. And yeah, some students might not prefer, studying alone, or they're not used to studying alone, and think that if they have some people, around, like group study or something, even that's a good idea. The end result is that you clear your FMG exam. The end result is that you score marks, so that you can get internship in whichever place you want to, whichever state you want to, wherever you want to go. End of the day, you want to clear your exam, to get licensed to practice medicine. So if it requires you studying alone, do that. If it requires you studying with your friends, 2, 3, 4 group studies, and group studies means group studies. No, gossiping and all that. So if it requires you to do that, you do that. If it requires you to, take some online platforms help, whatever there are available, you can do that. And you can do that from the very beginning, so that they can help you, understand your basics clear and well. Like if you have any doubts and your teachers, you're not satisfied with the answer your teacher is giving, you can always, go back to your online platform and, get an answer over there. So you can reach out to them as well, and they can help you as well. So just make this this doubt in your minds clear, that it's not a difficult exam. If you're prepared well, then no exam is difficult for you. If you guys have any more questions regarding FMG, studying abroad, Georgia, any universities in Georgia, or anything regarding, staying abroad and anything, I'm always there. You can ask me in the comment sections. You can, text me on my Instagram handle. I'll attach that in the description below. Of course, this was just part 1 of the videos. There will be more parts. So if you have more questions, you can ask me, and I will make sure I add those in the upcoming videos I upload. Thank you so much.